Hey guys, it's me again, Joe with Bisaya Reader. Welcome to another video, and yeah, I'm finally back. I know I haven't posted for a while on this channel because I was really busy in the office and I have a lot of things happening in my life that I need to prioritize. But anyways, finally I was able to go back and find a time to film a video. For today, if you already saw the title, I am going to do my book review for TABLAY by Kat Olan. I just finished reading this a couple of days ago. I should have read this last month, but again, I was really busy in the office. That's why I wasn't able to finish it. Even though I started reading this last month, I was not really able to finish it on August. So anyways, in case you haven't heard about TABLAY, this is written by a Filipino author named Kat Olan. This is her second novel, and this is under the category young adult and under the science fiction fantasy genre. The story is set in the Philippines and it is in the future, dystopian, science fiction fantasy. The world ended because it was invaded by the so-called alien in the form of aswangs. This book is highly inspired by Philippine mythology, Philippine folklore. We are following our main character named Anya. She is a new student pilot because humans are actually trying to defend and trying to survive, and they have these ongoing battles against the aswang for years now. And one way of their mechanisms to defend humanity is through these so-called robots, where pilots are trained to use these robots, ride these robots, and battle against aswang, defend the so-called Intramuros, which is the last stronghold in the Philippines. And she's being trained, and she's the daughter of a very famous pilot. But things happened with his father, and that's why when she entered the academy and become a pilot, she brings with her the reputation of her father. It's actually really short. It's actually around 154 pages, and you can definitely finish reading this in a day or two. But the main reason why I wasn't able to finish this in a day or two, and it took me almost 3 weeks to finish this, is because I was actually not in the mood to read science fantasy fiction lately, and I was just really trying to force myself to read this book because I made a promise to the author. In case you haven't seen, or in case you don't know, I got this as a free copy from the author itself, from Kat, in exchange of an honest book review. So here we are. As promised, after reading this one, I'm going to film my book review for TABLAY. Let's start with the characters. The characters in the story is actually very weak. I'm really sorry, but one of the main reasons why I wasn't able to really enjoy the stories are because I do think that the characters needs more development. They are really underdeveloped. They lack personality, and I wish that the author could have given a lot of attention to the character development. There were some ups and downs with regards to some of the side characters, but overall, the entire book, the entire set of characters in this story is actually, for me personally, not that acceptable or not impressive. It was actually almost acceptable, but yeah, they need more personality. They need more motivations, I think, because for example, Anya, in the story, it's not a spoiler, okay? In the story, her motivations was really to be really a successful pilot, and then some things happen in the book, and then she just immediately changed her motivations in just as now, knowing that her motivations was built for more than years since she was birthed, but then after just encountering one scenario, one instance in the story, and then she just immediately decided to dump her motivations, her main motivation in the story, which is to become a great pilot. So yep. Now, with regards to the writing style, this is where I'm having a really main issue. I'm actually having mixed reactions reactions with regards to writing style. I do appreciate that the Kat for making this book possible. She is a really good author. She got the talent. It's really it shows in the book. But with regards to the writing style, it's actually written in a first-person perspective, and knowing that this is a plot-driven story or plot-driven book, this is a science fiction fantasy, and it's a first-person perspective, it kinda really affects how I enjoyed the book, because every time I try to think that it is a first-person perspective, I'm always thinking that the book I'm reading is more on the genre under contemporary historical fiction, and probably just in general a character-driven book. But this one is not a character-driven book. This one is a plot-driven book, and it was written as first-person perspective. So that's my main issue. Even though it was in the first-person perspective, I still wasn't able to really connect to the characters. It really gave me a really hard time to really love the characters in the book. That's why, yeah. And also, second under the writing style is I do personally think that the book was written really short. I wish it could have been written longer. I wish it could have been. I need more. I need more from the story. I need more from the characters. I need more from the world building. Even though the world building at the very beginning was really impressive, but impressive in a way that it has a lot of information dumping. So if you're not into information dumping, that means you might also really have a hard time appreciating the world building did by the author in this story. And also, underwriting style is actually the dialogue. It feels like I'm actually reading a Filipino, originally written Filipino book, and then just translated into English. Yeah, the dialogue. I'm having issues with regards to the paragraphs where the characters are not talking to each other. But what my main problem is when it comes to the dialogue under the writing style is that every time the character are trying to talk to the other characters, it just really felt awkward sometimes. Not all, but there will be some scenes that I do feel I'm detached from the story. Yeah, that's something that definitely affected my momentum while reading this book, and just overall affected my enjoyment in reading the book. Next is under the writing style. I did appreciate Kat for injecting a lot of political representations, and I really appreciate it. I really applaud her for being brave writing this book. And yep, the last part of my review is the story or the plot itself in general as a whole. I do think it was really interesting. It will definitely grab your attention, especially it was not done before. Or me personally, I haven't encountered a book that tackles Philippine folklore into a science fiction novel, a young adult science fiction novel, science fiction fantasy rather. Overall, I gave this book 3 stars. Original rating is 2.5, but since that the ending was really politically, it just really connected to me, and it just was really able to appreciate the political representations did by the author in the ending. I decided to round it up to 3 stars. And yep, by the way guys, in case you still want to join our giveaway, this is the last video, this is your last time to join the giveaway. Kat gave me an extra copy for this. It's actually signed. If you want to win a copy for this for free, just write comments below and tell me the reasons why you want to read the TABLAY, why you want to win a copy of the TABLAY. Thank you so much. Have a great day. My name again is Joel, a Bisaya reader, and I hope everything's fine there in your end. Keep safe. Take care. Bye-bye.